श्रीमद् सद्गुरु सरकार की अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। परहापीडं नटवरवपु कर्णयो कर्णिकारं विभ्रद्वासा कनककपिशं वैजयन्ती च माला रन्ध्राम्बे रथरसिधया पूरयन् गोपवृन्दैः वृन्दारण्यं स्वपदरमणं प्राविशतीतकीर्ति नमः कमलनाभाय नमः कमलमालिने नमः कमलमाला नमस्ते कमलेश यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वैवेदांश प्रहिणोति तस्मै तद्गुणहरदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशं मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। बोले वृंदावन बिहारी लाल की जय, राधा रानी की जय, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। आदरणीय पूजनीय पंडितगण, प्रिय सज्जनों, प्रिय भक्त समुदाय, महानुभाव, पंडित पंडित सत्यानंद महाराज, पंडित आदेश महाराज, और पंडित devotees devotees of the Supreme Lord, the Divine Souls. First, let me say Radhe Radhe to each and everyone, and my pranam and humblest prostrations to all of you. To those who are viewing us in social media, Facebook, YouTube, Bhakti TV, etc. To you also, very special Radhe Radhe and pranam, my humblest prostrations to all of you. Tonight we are the Sadhu Mandir in Barrackpore once more. It's a pleasure to be here again, to join with all the devotees in divine satsang. Always a pleasure to come to this beautiful mandir. I think it's Lawrence Hill, Barrackpore. Before it's customary, before I do the katha, the pravachan, we'll join in divine bhajan. If you have been given the books, we may have to share a little bit. You see Pandit Devachan Sita, she is coming. Welcome Panditji. So, the booklets, you can see in the book, page 36, Bhajan number 62. This is again chosen from Bhakti Shatak, the divine book written by Jagat Guru Shri Mahaprabhu, containing 1008 divine compositions. This is praising the divine form of Shakti Radha. Hamari Swamini Radha Rani. Radha Rani is my Swami, my divine goddess. Just a reminder of who is Radha. Most people don't understand who is the entity called Radha Rani. Some think she's the wife of Sri Krishna, some think she's the girlfriend, etc. Now, the wife of Radha Rani of Sri Krishna is Mahalakshmi. So who is Radha? The Vedas tell us, Atma Duradhika Tasya. Radha Rani is the Atma, the soul of Sri Krishna. And this is why even Sri Krishna worships Radha Rani. To describe who is Radha, in the Rig Veda, it says, Krishnena aradhyate iti Radha. Rig Vediya Radhikopanishad. The Supreme Brahma, Supreme Power Sri Krishna, whom everyone worships, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Durga, Lakshmi, Saraswati, all. He also worships someone. He worships Radha. Bhagavan Krishna himself declares this fact in the Brahmanda Puran. He says, Radhaiva Radhate Maya. I worship only Radha. Don't think that there is Radha and Krishna too. There is this one power. The scripture says, Radhika Krishna Rupam Cha Krishna Radha Swarupaka. Sanat Kumar Sangita. Radha Rani is the form of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is the form of Radha. They are one and the same. Even then, the form of Sri Krishna, we call Radha, is very special in that she is the soul, Atma. She is even the Swamini of Sri Krishna. So we sing this beautiful bhajan. Swami Radhe Rani Hamari Swami Radhe Hamari O Swami Sarayatre And she's very innocent, soft-hearted. And she imparts divine love to deserving souls. Swami My eternal abode is called Prasanna, and the capital of Prasanna is the divine Vrindavan. Shri always following thousands of gopis, a close friend. And she showers the ever new divine bliss about them all without even thinking. Oh, Sakhi, so special that even Shri Krishna is always chanting Radhe Radhe. Forget Shri Krishna. The trees in Vrindavan, Tal, Kamal, Rasal, mango trees, Kamal, etc. So much different trees. They are also chanting Radhe Radhe in Vrindavan. Oh, Tal, Swami
divine chariot. She's taken out the divine chariot. And when she goes in the chariot, she Krishnadas Bhagavani. He goes in front and he gives the highest respect to her. Welcome her all the time on the chariot. Oh, observing this most beautiful scene of Radha Rani, the divine goddess Radha Rani. I sacrifice my all upon her and I keep singing her Jaypan. Jai Ho, Jai Ho, Jai Ho Radha Rani.
Everywhere in the world, we see some form of worship of God, every religion. It seems as so many people are devotional, religious. All over the world, everyone seems to be worshipping. Why don't we benefit then? Why doesn't everyone change? Why we remain the same way? Because there is something we have to clean. Something we have to clean, and we're not paying attention to that. Bhagwan Shri Ram In the Ramayana, Vibhishan decided to give counsel to his brother Ravana. Good advice. Give back Sita to Ram, take shelter in Ram. He will give you, he will forgive you, give you everything. Ravana got very angry when Vibhishan was given this counsel, which is a good counsel for his benefit. But sometimes when we get good advice, it becomes the worst thing. We don't like to hear it. We're very stubborn, we fix in our own idea, and if we have abhiman, ego, who are you to tell me anything? This ego. And Ravana was called Abhimani. He had a reason to be egoistic. Ravana was very powerful. All the devatas were under the control of Ravana. Agni, Vayu, Indra, Kuber, all the devatas, the god of fire, the god of wind, the god of wealth, the king of heaven, Indra. All the devatas, Surya Narayan Swami, all. Whatever Ravana said, they had to follow. As Surya Narayan, Mr. Sun, keep the temperature only 25 degrees, no hot and no cold. Yes, sir. Hey, Vayu, Mr. Wind, blow very gently, very soft, and very soothing. Yes, sir. Hey, rain, Indra, you Raja, king of heaven. Yes, sir. Just shower a little bit when I ask you to. Yes, sir. Everyone. Someone is so powerful. Because all the devatas under his control, celestial beings. So Ravana is very powerful. We people in the world, we have nothing and we are very egoistic. We have nothing. A few dollars maybe. A little position. It says in the, Tusilasi says in the Ramayana. Nahi ko as janma Prabhuta means something in it, a little more than somebody else. Position, name, wealth, beauty, strength, knowledge, something, little more. Raji says there never was, nor is, nor will there be such a person who've acquired something in little extra in the material world, name, position, wealth, strength, beauty, something, knowledge, and has not become arrogant. Jahi madana. Little things we get arrogant. That's why nobody wants to listen. We get angry. So, a person like Ravan, and someone tried to advise him, and he gave Vibhishan such a kick, kicked him out of Lanka. Vibhishan came to the shelter of Prabhu Shri Ram. Everyone sees Vibhishan, you know, this is the brother of Ravan. He's our enemy, this is the one we're going to fight. He's a spy, the enemy. Everyone is saying, oh, tie him up, put him in jail, throw him in jail, lock him up. Bhagwan Shri Ram is laughing. He says, Sugriv, come here. I want to tell you something. Listen, Sugriv. Only those who are pure in heart. Nirmal means pure heart, pure mind. No greed, no anger, no jealousy, no hatred, no lust, no selfishness. Maya is gone. Clean, pure heart. You can know me, see me, attain me, can come to me. I cannot tolerate deception, deceit, fraud. If Vibhishan wasn't a pure heart, he could not have. This is why. So to make the heart, the mind, this is how we do puja, we worship, we sing the name of Bhagavan. Any type of spiritual work. Ultimately is making the heart, the mind. But we don't pay attention to the mind. Everything we do physically. We do puja, Buddhist, Buddha. We do Havan, we sing in the glory of Bhagavan. Nobody is thinking about whose glory I am taking. We're not meditating on Bhagavan. We're doing pilgrimage, we're doing parikrama. We're going around Govardhan. Nobody is thinking who is this Govardhan, what is this Govardhan, who am I going around? Just walking. And not only that, someone is planning to go, he heard that there is something called Parikrama. Parikrama is very famous in India. People go. There's a mountain called Govardhan Mountain in Vrindavan, close to Barsana. And people go every year. Saath goes. They do parikrama. Keeping Govardhan to the right hand side, they go around in a clockwise direction. Some walk, some people creep,
some lie down on the ground. Different ways. It's considered to be, it's not a mountain. There's no benefit to go around a mountain. You can go around any mountain. So why is Govardhan so important? Because when Bhagavan performed that Govardhan Leela, he himself became Govardhan, the mountain. He stopped the worship of the Devatas, Indra, etc. and told everyone in Vrindavan, why don't we worship Govardhan instead? So all the gopis, all the cowherd boys, all the cows, etc., they filled the bullocks, the carts, the baskets, all the best things that they could find, and thousands of gopis, etc., took everything and placed it before Govardhan. Worship it. The Brahmins, etc., started to pray, worship, give the mantras. Suddenly, Govardhan took a very peculiar form and started eating everything. Even Shri Krishna, they say, take, look at Govardhan. He himself has become Govardhan. And see that everyone did parikrama. That's where the parikrama started. When we keep an object of worship to our right hand side and go in a clockwise direction, it's called parikrama. Someone is planning to go, and he has all been to do parikrama, thinking about Govardhan. So it's not a mountain, it's Sri Krishna himself. If we understand, a lot of people may not. But when he goes there, he's gone all the way, he's bought a ticket. Expensive, gone all the way to India, then from there take taxi to reach Vrindavan from Delhi. And when he reaches there, and he's going to do parikrama, what happened now? Oh, I hope everybody home is well. I hope they feed the dog. I didn't tell them, but I hope they remember to feed the dog. I hope they're taking care of the bird. I hope no one broke into my shop. In other words, he's going to do parikrama of Govardhan, but his mind is in the world. Before he went, I had such great thoughts, I'm going to do parikrama of Govardhan. And when he reached there, it was benefited more. When he reached there, now the mind is in the world. Not only that, when he comes back from Govardhan, instead of getting benefit, he gets lost now. Why? Because now Abhiman has come. Pride. Hey, have you ever been to Govardhan? Did you do parikrama? No. I went Govardhan. I went to Puri, to Rameshwaram, all the four dham. More Abhiman. People boast, they come and Swamiji, did you go here? Did you see Lakshman Jhula? Did you? I went, Kana. Arey bhaiya, this is something to boast about. More Abhiman, pride. Instead of benefiting, we end up losing. So, because we don't understand what we have to do to puja, what is the most important thing of doing the puja, the tirth, the pilgrimage, the parikrama, what is the most important? There's a great saying, Jagat Gurutam Shri Kripalu Mahaprabhu, who was the fifth, only the fifth, original Jagat Guru. Original. He wrote many books. One of the books we just sang from Premas Madira, 1008 divine compositions, containing all the divine pastimes of Sri Radha, Krishna, the gopis, the Kaurus, etc. Prema Siddha, that most divine book, a book I highly recommend, containing all the philosophy of all the Vedas, all the Puranas, Ramayana, Gita, Mahabharata, everything in such a way make us
understand Brajas Madhuri, Yugal Shatak, Radha Govind Geet, Shama Sham Geet, etc. One book also, Bhakti Shatak. Shatak means 100. 100 dohas, couplets. Containing all the philosophy of all the Vedas, all the Puranas, all the scriptures. In one of them, doha number 84, he says, Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Jagat mein man hari mein tan jagat mein yog tehi jaan radhe radhe man hari mein tan Hari mein tan jagat mein karm yog tehi jaan radhe radhe man jagat mein man hari mein man Jagat mein yam mahan adyan radhe radhe dhanya Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Jai Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Radhe Krishna Radhe 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 Krishna Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. So 100 doha, that is chosen one of them. This is saying, Man hari mein tan jagat mein, Man hari mein tan jagat mein karma yog tehi jaan. और तन हरि में मन जगत में यह महान अज्ञान. Literally understand first. With our mind attached to God, man means the mind. Man hari means God. Is the name of Sri Krishna Hari. तो मन हरि में outer jagat. Tongue is the body, physically performing your duty in the world or physically worshipping, but with the mind of Bhagavan. That is called Karma Yoga. This is the true meaning of Karma Yoga. The teaching of the Gita. But Karma Hari means physically worshipping God with the body done. And Mana Jagat me, but the mind is everywhere in the world. This is the greatest ignorance. Yaha Mahan Agyan. This is what, as I mentioned, I give the example of the person who is going to do Parikrama Govardhan. Physically he is doing Parikrama, walking around Govardhan, but the mind is where? You know what? Before he went, he was thinking about Sri Krishna, thinking about Govardhan, and doing physical action. So it was better that time because his mind was focused on Govardhan. Look, people do japa. Different kind of japa. Some do Maha Mantra. There's a mantra in Vedas. In the Kali Santaranya Upanishad, the first mantra, it says, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. This is called Maha Mantra. Why? One is a Ved mantra. It's from Vedas. It's not bhajan written by some saint. This is Ved. This is eternal. This is God's words itself. Vedas are the breath and the words of Bhagavan himself. Niyasvasitamasya Veda. Jaki sahaj shwasa shruti chari. So this is Ved mantra. Number one, God's words itself. Number two, this country contains three names of Bhagavan. Hari, Ram, Krishna. These are three names. God has uncountable names. But these are three special ones. Hari, Ram, Krishna. They almost have the same meaning. That entity which is so beautiful that he attracts the heart even of a Paramahans. He attracts everyone and everything to himself. It's called Hari, Ram, Krishna. So people are doing japa of Mahamantra, some Om Namah Shivaya, some Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Different. Some Om Kum Durgaya Namaha. Different people do different japa. The time when you are doing the japa, when you do the japa, you take a bead mala. Normally 108 beads. It could be Rudraksh, it could be Tulsi, it could be crystal. Different people use different things as a way of counting. And most times it's put in a bag. And then you keep spinning the mala, taking one bead at a time. And you say the mantra. At that time, is the person thinking about God? He said, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Is he thinking about Shiv? Is he meditating on Shivji? Is she meditating on Shivji? Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Is he meditating on Sri Ram or Sri Krishna? Om Durgaya Namah. Is he thinking about the Divine Mother Durga? No. Mostly it's just to finish this amount of beads. I should do this mala 108 times, take the name, and then do 16 or 20 or 3. That's all the concentrations. Because this is what you were taught to do. Nobody said meditate on God. But this is just a physical thing. Until the association of the mind is not there, it's not bhakti, it's not dhyana. We don't get the benefit. Why is the mind so important? I keep talking about the mind. Why is the mind so important? The Vedas tells us, Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo Brahma Upanishad. Second mantra. This mantra comes in many other Upanishads. Narad Pancharatra, Narad Puran, etc. Many places this mantra comes. Man eva manushyanam karanam bandha mokshayo. What does it say? Man means the mind. Man, the word man means the mind in Sanskrit. Ev, alone. Manushyana, human beings, all of us. Karma is the cause. Bandhan, of bondage. Moksha, liberation. The mind alone is the cause of bondage as well as liberation. All the responsibility lies with the mind. The Bhagavad also says, Chittameva hi sansara. Mind, the mind. Chit means the mind. We don't use the mind. So in other words, when we are doing worship, whether we're doing puja, whether we're doing jap, chanting the name of God on the beat, anyone, whether we're doing havan, whether we're doing tirth, pilgrimage, whether we're doing parikrama, whether we're doing abhishek, where the mind is attached. When we do any kind of spiritual activity, where the mind is, devotion, that spiritual activity is taken to where the mind is. If our mind is thinking about God, is attached to Bhagavan, then we bring to Bhagavan, we do worship. But if my mind is thinking about the world and I'm just doing this thing physically, I see people doing jobs sometimes. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hey, what is your name? Where are you from? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. What is the price of this thing? Hare Krishna. The whole aim is only I should finish this mala. Physical drill. Mind. The whole Gita, Shri Krishna is emphasizing on Arjuna, the mind, the mind. Attach your mind to me. Mad Bhakta, Madhyadina Imam. Manmana Mad Bhakta. Manmana, attach your mind, your heart to me. Manmana, attach your heart, your mind to me. Mad Bhakta, become my devotee. Madhyaji Imam. Madhyaji, worship me. Mam Namaskuru, bow to me. Chapter 18, verse 65. Comes in all of places also. Chapter 9 also. Shri Krishna says to Arjuna, Sarva guhyatamam bhuyah shrinume paramam vacha. Chapter 18, verse 64, Gita. Arjuna, guhya, the word guhya means secret. Private. Secret, private. Guhyatam means more private, more secret. Guhyatam means the most private, the most secret.
A Sarva Guhyatamam. The most private of private of private.
Ooh. Arjun, you're very dear to me. So I'm going to give you the biggest, this is my word, and my most private of private secret. Arjun has to. The whole Gita, this is the 18th chapter, almost finished. Now Shri Krishna says, I'm going to tell you finally, after this I'm not talking anymore. Manmana bhava madbhaktu madhyajima namaskur. Attach your heart to me. Love me. Become my devotee. Worship me alone. Bow to me. See me in everything and everywhere in the world. Bow to me. This is all you have to do. This is what he said. And what we do that? What does that? The mind. Not physically bowing. Bow the head. But not only the head, the mind also. When you come to the Murti, when you come to Bhagwan, you come before a Murti, we just stand and we just do like this. Is the heart bound also? Or just physical action? We have to bow with the heart, the mind. Bow physically also. Yeah, so do the job, do the puja, do everything. But don't leave the mind out. Look, there's a little story, an incident that happened once in New York City. Maybe you heard it before. There were 4 boys who came from India to study in New York City, Manhattan. Those who know Manhattan, New York City. So there's a lot of high-rise buildings. So these 4 boys came from India to study. They were friends. And they were all living in the same apartment on the 18th floor of a building. One day, they all went out. They went as friends, they went out, restaurant, entertainment. They had a good time when they came back. And one of them was the driver, they had the car, they went and put it in the garage. And then they went to the elevator. And the moment they went to press the knob, the button in the elevator, electricity went. Blackout. It's even in New York. Blackout. Now what to do? There's no elevator and you have to go all the way to the 18th floor. So they said, okay, we'll climb the stairs. In all hotels, there are stairs also. Sometimes we can go. So there's always a staircase. We'll climb the stairs. There are 4 of us. So it's going to be a hard climb, a long climb. So each one of us is going to tell a small story. Everybody is going to tell a story, and by the time everyone tells a story, we will reach the 18th floor, we wouldn't even know we reached. So they all agreed. So the first guy started telling his story, and started climbing his step. When they reached the 6th floor, he finished his story. When he had finished his story, he reached the 6th floor. The second guy started telling his story, and they kept climbing. By the time he was finished, he reached the 12th floor. The third guy started telling his story, and by the time he was finished, they reached the 18th floor. We should talk. They're about to go to the room, a little bit in front. They just have to walk a little bit to their door. But they said, no, wait a minute, hold on. 3 of us told our stories. But the one guy didn't tell any story. So we're going to stand right here. And you're going to tell your story. And then when you finish, then we will go to the room. So the 4th friend said, okay.
No problem, I'll tell. My story is very short. I will tell my story. He said, okay, everybody's listening. Go ahead. He said, look, we climbed all the 18 floors, all the steps, and came up tired. We were about to go in the room, but we forgot the key for the room in the car. We forgot the key. The main thing, the key. How are we going to go in the room? So the key is the mind. We can do clapping, we can sing, we can chant, we can do puja, we can do havan, we can do everything spiritually. But if the mind is not there, then there is no key. This is the main thing. Use the hand. Bhagavan has given us hands. Use the hand to clap. There are people who just sit down and do nothing. Bhajan Kirtan is going on. And they just sit down and relax. Bhagavan gets very angry when this bhajan, especially Kirtan, some sayings is created and this nonsense Kirtan. Chanting is not hard. If it's a bhajan and you don't know the words, it's a different story. But the name of God is being chanted, Radhe, 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 Govind, and you refuse to chant, you're so proud. Bhagavan gets angry, you won't chant my name? Let's start. Next time you get human birth, you'll be born dumb, Gunga. And you're dumb, you will just go, You refuse to take my name? Chant. Use the mouth, the tongue to chant. Use the ears. This ears of ours, the scripture says, that doesn't like to listen to katha, divine philosophy of God, and only likes to listen to gossip and negative things about people is like the bill of a snake. Bill of a snake. The snake lives in the bill, but the snake doesn't create that. The bill means a hole. It doesn't create, a snake cannot dig a hole, but it lives in there. This hole is created by the rats. He eats some of the rats. And then it takes the hole. The tongue that refuses to chant is like the tongue of a frog when the rain is falling. Just talking gossip, politics, everything in the news he knows, but doesn't like to chant. The feet that does not go take you to the place of where they worship Bhagwan, Murti, the Mandir. It's just like love. The hands that is not used for serving the Lord. It's like a heavy weight. So these are all helpers. Use them. Use the eyes to look at the beautiful Murti of Bhagwan, to look at the beautiful pictures of the saint, Bhagwan, etc., divine pastimes. Use the ears to listen to the divine glories, divine philosophy. Use the nose to smell the flowers and incense, etc., that has been offered to Bhagwan. Use the tongue to eat the prasad, that which we offer to Bhagwan. These are all helpers. But do not leave the mind, the name, don't forget the key. Main thing, the key. So we'll go bhajan at this point. In the books you have, page 26. So Radhe Radhe Govind Radhe Radhe Radhe. Chant the name of Radha Krishna, the Supreme Lord. तुम भी नहीं भूलो मोही पल छिन आधे और मैं भी न भूलूं कभी. Oh my Lord, हे Bhagwan, हे Radha Rani Shri Krishna. Please, you do not forget me, and I will not forget you even for a moment. तुम बिना जीव नहीं एक छिन Make me become in a way that I can't live without you even for a moment, Radharani. Make me like this, etc. Radhe Radhe Govinda Radhe 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 For the sinful souls like myself, leaving you aside, where else can I go? Only you love the sinners. Oh, Bhakti there is no prince Data, giver. God is called Data Ikram, the giver and benefactor of all. There is no one as generous as you, Radharani. And there is no greater beggar than me. Tujhe sarna Data ko dayamai Radhe. Forgot you, my Lord. That is not so strange because I am being governed by Maya. Maya has made me forget who I am and forget you also. How come you forgot me? you. I am begging from God to God for happiness. Or to look upon you that I am your child and I am begging. This is your bargain to you. Hey, in the world has full confidence on the mother. The father, a newborn child can't do anything. I know the mother will take good care. The world will mother. In the same way, Radha Rani, you are my true mother of the soul Atma. I have faith only you will take care of me. You alone belong to me, Radha Rani. You alone are my everything. But my mind is so stubborn, is so bad, it refuses to accept. Please help my mind to accept Radha Rani. Oh, Janaya Jana, so many sinners, Jatayu, Ajamil, Vaishya, so many. I am the greatest sinner, Radha Rani. Please accept me also.
So, the mind, because Bhagavan is asking for mind, pure heart, pure mind. Not easy. Arjun says to Shri Krishna, telling Arjun, control the mind, focus your mind on me alone, your mind, give me your mind. Manmana. Arjun says, Krishna, how to do this? Chanchalami mana Krishna pramati balavaddivam asyaham nikaham manye vayuriva sudushkaram. Chapter 6 verse 34 Gita. Arjuna says, Krishna, this mind, it is so strong, turbulent and unyielding. It's more difficult to control the mind than it is to control the will. How chanchal, how wayward our mind is. Tulsidas Ji gives an example. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, a monkey by nature is very wayward, always jumping. Can't sit for a moment quietly. Now, supposing someone gives that monkey sharab, rum to drink. The monkey becomes drunk from that alcohol. The condition worsens. It gets more gentle. Then a bichu, a scorpion, stings the monkey. It is drunk. Already it is gentle. Then it gets drunk from alcohol. Then a scorpion stings the monkey. The condition gets even worse. And on top of that, a hoot, a ghost comes in a monkey. It is already gentle, it gets drunk from alcohol, it has been stung by a scorpion, and a ghost comes in a monkey. The condition is even worse. Tulsidas Ji Maharaj says, our mind is worse than a monkey in that condition. In a moment it goes to hell, in a moment it goes to heaven. The speed of this mind. You sit quietly, gone. And Bhagavan Krishna agreed. He agreed with Arjuna. Asanshayam mahabaho mano durnigraham chalam. Chapter 6 verse 35. Yes, Arjuna, I agree with you 100%. The mind is very difficult to control. Durnigrah. Difficult. But not impossible. He never said asambhav. So how to control? Shri Krishna tells, Abhyasinam kaunteya vairagyena cha grihyate. Last night as usual, chapter 12 of the Gita, Shri Krishna told Arjuna, do Abhyas Yoga. Yoga, the word yoga means bhakti yoga. Practice bhakti. Do sadhana bhakti. How to control it? You have to practice abhyas. It's not going to happen by itself. To get this mind to focus. You sit and do puja, my God, I wanted to finish cook the food. I hope they made the prasad very nice. Oh, I hope Panditji finished the puja, I have to go here. All over the world, I did doing puja. Is that the mind? So how to fix it? Shri Krishna says we have to do abhyas yoga. There are two bhakti. Bhaktya sanjataya bhaktya vibhratyutpulakantanu. 11th canto, 3rd chapter, 31st verse, Srimad Bhagavad Mahapurana. Prabhupada Maharaj, one of the 9 Yogeshwars, says to Videha Devi, We have to do bhakti to get bhakti. There's a bhakti we have to do and there's one we're going to get. The bhakti we have to do is called sadhana bhakti. Krishnaji gives us a hint in the Ramayana. He says, Ram, Siya Ram, Jai Jai Neha means love, bhakti. For love in the lotus feet of Bhagavan Shri Ram, Bharat said. Bharat Matari. This is his month. Bharat, one Bharat is Shri Ram himself. These four. Ram, Bharat, Lakshman, Shatrughan, Chaturbhu. One Bhagavan became four. Bhagavan can become uncountable. One Bhagavan is sitting in the heart of every living being, in every planet Earth, in the infinite, uncountable planet Earth. In this thing we call the universe, there are uncountable planet Earths. Uncountable. Scientists, even in this small galaxy we call the Milky Way, scientists have accepted now there are thousands and thousands of suns. How to reach the different thing? And every sun has a planet Earth. There's a system of planets surrounding that sun. They are uncountable. So they are uncountable souls. And God is sitting in the heart of every soul, every living being. Ishvara sarva bhutanam hrideshe junatishthati. Chapter 80, verse 61 Gita. Shri Krishna says, God is sitting in the heart of every living being. When Shri Krishna went to Dwarika, he got married to 16,108 queens. These all supreme devotee, know who will become the wife of Shri Krishna. It's not just queen, it's not worldly women. They have done bhakti in the past life with a desire to become the wife of Shri Krishna. One of the main one among them is Rukmini, Mahalakshmi herself. And with every queen, there was a Shri Krishna. Every queen had their own palace in Dwarika. And Shri Krishna lived with each queen separately. One Shri Krishna for every queen. While he was performing Maharas, there were thousands and thousands of gopis. And every gopi had a Shri Krishna. So he became four and gave us Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan. Why be surprised? One Bhagavan. Bharat says, this is my, Bharat is bhakti personified. Bharat says, this love for the lotus feet of Sri Ram, this bhakti is of two types. Sadhan and a siddh. It is a practice as well as a perfection. Sadhana siddha raga pagane. So one bhakti we have to practice, sadhana bhakti. And one we will attain through the grace of a rasik says. One who has attained that divine bhakti himself, we have to make the vessel first. Then he can give it. Look, if you build a house, new house, and you call an electrician, you tell the powerhouse, hey, come and give me connection. Take power gen, whoever is in the powerhouse, come and give me connection. But you didn't do any wiring, the powerhouse will say, you crazy? Where are we going to put a connection in your head? So you call the electrician, and he puts all the wiring and the fitting and the bulb and the switches, everything. And then you come and you put the switch. There's no light. What kind of joke is this? Not joke. Just wait. In 15 to 20 days, the people from the powerhouse will come. They will do a connection from the pole to the house. And the moment the connection is done, you put the switch in. This wiring we do in the home, this is making the vessel, the heart, the mind ready. You have to make a vessel for attaining that divine bhakti, that siddha bhakti, that perfectly good. Infinite power. We have to make the vessel first. The true Guru, the true saint, the one who has attained, who has that infinite divine bhakti, the Rasik saint, that siddha bhakti, he wants to give it. But if we don't have a vessel, and he would have given to us undeserved, this body will be burned to ashes. So we have to do sadhana first. Sadhana. In Gita also Sri Krishna teaches how to do sadhana. Sitting in a room alone. You see, this mind is so chanchal, wayward. So he says, ekaki. The Vedas say, virvikta sevi lagu bhavi. A light in a windless place, flickering not. So in the Gita, in all the scriptures also, it tells us that when we do dhyan, meditation, when we do sadhana, we should be alone. Isolation is very important. Seclusion. Doesn't mean you have to go to a mountain cave or a forest, no, in your home itself, in a room that you can be alone. This will help to keep that wavering mind, that flickering mind from wandering. It will help. And practice sadhana. Can't go in detail here. Some time maybe I can go in, sometime I've given it also. You can listen to lectures and you can find out. Also the book I mentioned, Prema Siddhant, very highly recommend. And there's another book, Rup Dhyan. You can get this one also to teach how to do sadhana. What to do once you're there in the room, etc. Meditate on God. The philosophy is also very important. That's why I recommend Prema Siddhant. The knowledge of who am I? Am I this body? Am I the mind? What am I? Why should I want to know God? Who is God? What is God? That murti, that statue, is Bhagwan, or what is Bhagwan? And he doesn't talk, he doesn't look at me, he doesn't eat me. Is that the Bhagwan? What is Bhagwan? Who is Bhagwan? Why should I want to know Bhagwan? What would I get from Bhagwan? I will win the lotto, I will get a nice house, a nice moruka. Is that what I'm praying to Bhagwan for? We have to get these answers. All all these answers are given in that book I mentioned. Once we get those answers and that knowledge becomes firm in our mind, the mind will come under our control. It's all part of the abhyas. Read it again and again, listen to it again and again to divine philosophy given by a true sage, a true guru. The knowledge will get firm in the mind. Then the mind will get quiet. Then the mind will come under our control. Practice in sadhana also. So we have to practice. So, mana harime tan jagat me. Okay, the Gita, Shri Krishna tells Arjuna, one verse of the Gita gives the whole Gita. The essence of the whole Gita. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu ma manusmara yuddhacha maya pitamano buddhir mame vaivasya sanshaya. Chapter 8 verse 7 Gita. One verse. Sri Krishna says to Arjuna, Tasmat sarveshu, Arjuna, all place, kaleshu, all time, ma manusmar, remember me. What you going to remember Bhagavan with? With the eye, with your hand, with your feet, with the mouth, the mind. What do you remember with? The heart, the mind. Remember me. Smara means to remember. Think about me, remember me, focus your heart, keep me in your heart, in your mind. And yuddha cha, your kshatri, the duty of a kshatri, to fight over. Do your duty. But with your heart, your mind attached to me, mind and intellect. Maya pitamano buddhir, if your mind and intellect, mind plus intellect, Maya pitamano buddhir, if your mind and intellect is attached to me, always thinking about me like that, you will certainly come to me. There's no doubt about that. Shri Krishna, you read for yourself, chapter 8, verse 7, I'm telling you. The whole Gita. This is what Karma Yoga means. Karma plus Bhakti. So the Bhakti is at all places and at all times. Remember me, attach your heart to me, your mind to me. That is Bhakti. Lovingly attaching our heart, our mind to Bhagavan. That is Bhakti. And Yuddha Cha, that is a karma, duty. Karma, duty. So perform your duty physically in the world, with our body in the world. Do your duty. Duty of husband for wife, wife for husband, parent for child, child for parent, etc. Do your duty. Physically. But attach your heart, your mind to Bhagavan. So bhakti plus duty, karma, that is karma yoga. That which joins us to Bhagavan. Yoga means to join. If our mind and intellect is attached to Sri Krishna like that, we will certainly go. This is why we go to him. This is why the saints say, Manahari me tana jagat me. With our heart, our mind attached, we worship Bhagavan, we do everything. Do it. Do your puja, do your bhavan, do everything. Do your job. But with the mind on Bhagavan. And to perform your duty in the world, nobody says neglect your duty. That is karma yoga. But if you only worship God physically, Tana Harine, only physically we are doing puja, only physically we are chanting the name like a parrot, without thinking about Bhagavan. Only wondering, I hope I would think I sing so nice. I hope they think I can sing like Lata Mangeshkar. I hope they think I can sing like Muhammad Rafi. Or some of the modern ones, I don't know the name. I was born in a different era. Oh, Hari Om Sharan, I can give him competition, eh? So all our focus is only how nice I sing. We're not thinking about Bhagavan, entertainment, Manoranjan is gone. That's not bhakti. That's not bhakti. Bhagavan is looking to see how much love we take in his name. प्रेम से, कितने प्रेम से, how much love. You sound like a crapo, like a frog broken. You can be sounding like a frog broken, but Bhagavan, it's all the love. Everybody may be disturbed, and Bhagavan is very happy. Ah, that's my child, that's the one who loves me. वो मेरा बेटा है. Don't worry about what people think and what they. I feel nice to sing sweetly, but think about Bhagavan. I'm not saying deliberately sing awful. When bhakti comes naturally, sweetness will come. It happens automatically. Divine qualities will come, the heart will start purifying. Automatically it's going to happen. So we just worship physically. Tana Hari me, our man Jagat, with our mind in the world, thinking about, oh, I have to go and meet Danny, I have to do this thing, I have to go over here, and I'm doing puja physically. And that's just physical drill. That's the greatest ignorance. We won't get any benefit. In fact, we get lost because we boast, oh, you know, I do puja every day, 3 hours puja. I do so many mala, jap. I have been to Govardhan. I went to Rameshwaram. I went here, there. Did you go? No, I never went there. I'm better than you. Abhiman. More pride than Bhagavan. One thing Bhagavan doesn't like. One thing Bhagavan cannot tolerate. Ego. Abhiman. He loves humility. If you want Bhagavan to become yours, you want to be a friend for Bhagavan to be your friend, then we have to become humble. Why? Because he is Dina Bandhu. Radha Rani is Dina Bandhu. Shri Krishna is Dina Bandhu. It's a title of Bhagavan. Deen means humble. Bandhu means friend. He loves humility. He is a friend of the humble. She is the friend of the humble. Why did he kill Ravan? Because Ravan was Abhimani. Ravan was very knowledgeable. He was a great devotee of Shiva Bhagavan. But he was Abhimani. So we want to get close to Bhagavan. We want Bhagavan to be our friend. Then humility. Gauranga Mahaprabhu said, Trinidad api suni chena. One has to become humbler than a blade of grass. That will happen when we focus our mind on Bhagavan, do your duty, do the real karma. And physically we are acting, and we can fool people in the world acting, we can't fool Bhagavan. Bhagavan is sitting, he's taking note every moment. Alright, so this is a little bit about the importance of the mind. Bhakti, spiritual activity, everything we do spiritually, the most important thing is the mind. The mind. As I said, use the hand, use the feet, use the mouth, use the eye. These all help us. Use the ears, use all the sense organs. They help us. But don't forget the key. The main thing is the mind. There's much more, we'll hear some other time. Bole Vrindavan Bihari Lal ki jai. Syavar Ramchandra ki jai. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri